do? Welcome to Investing with Rod. It is your boy Rod coming over here tonight. We're going to be doing well today. You see, I'm already messed up. We're going to be doing a portfolio review. What is a portfolio review? I'm actually going to be reviewing my Robinhood portfolio, which is the portfolio that we use for this channel, just to see if there's some moves I want to make, just to see if there's some things I want to get rid of, some things I want to add, but more importantly, to kind of show the viewers of the channel how I look at some of my investments. I'm not going through all of them. We'll be here for a while. But I probably will be using my phone because instead of going through pulling them all up. What's going on? How you doing, Mona? How you doing? Thank you for being here. So we're going to be pulling up. Let me get in my Robinhood. Hopefully it don't mess up the Robinhood that I have because I'm running it on my computer. I'm going to be sharing my screen. If this is your first time here, do your boy a favor, subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Share this out, man. There's a lot of people that really need to learn about investing. There's a lot of people that want to learn. Let me start there. There's a lot of people that want to learn about investing, but they really don't know which questions to ask. They're afraid. They don't want to lose their money. We're in uncertain times, and then they're hearing the news. But what I wanted to do was to be that center point, not me by myself. There's a lot of other content creators out here that talk about investing, but I wanted to be one of the nucleus, one of the focal points of people that talk to everyone and explain the simplicity of investing. I'm not going to I don't use a lot of big words on this channel. I don't use a lot of the financial terms. We will in some of the videos, but when I'm live, I kind of try to keep it down. Now, this is not the beginning investors portion of this. So if we have people come in, they may say stock symbols, they may say the entire stock name, but this here live is for everyone. Like I said, I'm going to be reviewing my portfolio. And one of the things I want to do real quick, I just have to do this. I was going to wait I might wait till we get more people here. It might not even be anymore, but I see we have 3 real homies in the crib. Do your boy a favor. Hey, just say hi. You know, if you have a question, this is a place where don't be afraid to ask. I don't tolerate people being judged here. I don't tolerate people being made fun of. The only way you learn is to ask. Closed mouths don't get fed. The more you ask, it may put you in an uncomfortable situation because you don't know if the question you're asking is making sense. But in reality, as long as it's making sense to you, because when we think about investing, we're not investing for everyone else. We're investing maybe for our family, but it is a closed circle. So when you ask your questions, even in this live stream, don't look at it as 7 people are hearing your question or 27 people. Hey, I'm doing this for me. So if you're in this live, even if you're watching the replay, put it in the comments outside of the live stream, but don't be that person that's afraid to ask and say, hey, what do I do if this happens? What do I do if that happens? Speaking of which, we do have a Investing with Rod challenge, a stock simulator challenge going on right now. Basically what that is people have $100,000 of play money, virtual money, fictitious money. And there's been a lot of excitement. It started off slow. There are 4 other participants that are in it, including myself. I make number 5. But we have Cheryl from Cheryl's Bubbles, Keisha from Just Asking for a Friend. We got YouTube Experiment, the Analytic Gardener, and myself. And it's some excitement. I haven't looked at it today. Matter of fact, I'm going to look at it now while it's not a lot of people here. But hey, I'm going to be going over my portfolio. And you may hear me, if I say a symbol like a VOO or VTI, just slow me down. Don't be afraid to say, hey, what is it? What in the world are you talking about? I'm pulling this up. I'm not being rude, y'all. I'm just trying to see where we are with this little contest. And with this contest, there is a cash prize. So I'm going to extend it out probably 1 more week just because I want more participants. And I'm going to do a live coming up. It may be Sunday, but it'll definitely be next week to see here. Let me just see where I am here. Oh, well, it don't look like it changed much, but I'm in 4th place. But it's been fun. So let me go ahead and pull up my portfolio, man. I'm not going to take a lot of time. I see we have 1 person here. You know what? That 1 person might be me. Let me make sure I'm not the only one I don't know, because I was listening to making sure it was live. Okay. And let's kill that. And now we're good. All right, we got 3 real homes in here. So let me go ahead and share my portfolio here. And I keep it transparent, and it's not showing any account numbers or anything. Let me look at it before I share it. Let me go up a little bit. I'm going to start right there because I want to show y'all. On this channel, we're talking about my journey on taking small amounts of money and investing for my financial future. And one of the things I wanted to do with this channel, now there may come a time where I've done it in the past where I may invest big money. I may invest 200, 300, 500 on the channel. I'm not sure. But the whole purpose of this channel is to show people how you can take small amounts of money and invest for your financial future. If you look right here, I only have $26 worth of buying power. What is buying power? That's cash. So this is going to be this live is going to be a portfolio review / tutorial. And if people have questions, I'm going to answer them on the way. So over here, I'm going to scroll up here because that's crypto. My stock should start right here. Here are stocks that I have. Look, man, and this is real. This ain't like no game here. This is the real deal. This is the Robinhood portfolio. It should be about $2,000. You have $2,200 in here. This is the portfolio that I use for investing with Rod to see how we move it. And today we're gonna look at some of these investments, some of the videos that I've recorded, some of the lives that I've done to see, hey, is Rod making money? I don't even know. I mean, there's one place I can go, but the only thing that will make it skewed is there's crypto that I move in and out of this account. So I'm going to have to kind of look individually. With that being said, if there's a stock that you're interested in seeing or ETF that you're interested in seeing, please put it in the comments and we'll go from there. We'll actually go from there. And, I usually do these all my lives are at night. And I'm looking at this and I probably, I don't know. I may do some of this and I may make an announcement depending on we get people here. Hey, I'm going to do this at 8 o'clock tonight, 7:30, but I highly doubt it. I'm going to go ahead and we'll treat it like a long video. So if you see red here, let me try to make, would that get bigger? Yeah, it will. Let me see. No, yeah, there it is. Okay. I'm going to try to make this a little bigger without messing up the whole thing. There we go. So $26 is what I have. Will I even invest in it money? I don't know. But I want to show y'all something. That's why I wanted to bring this up closer. What you're seeing here is what the market did today, not overall. Because if this was overall, I'd stop this live and probably go pass out somewhere. Because so far, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 investments, 6 of them are red. A lot of people will see this and panic. They will panic. They be like, oh man, I'm losing money everywhere. And that's what this is kind of showing. But I lost money today in various places. And we're going to look at a couple of these that I'm kind of interested in seeing and see what have we lost in reality, not just today. It's easy to say what we lost today, but hey, what's going on, Miss Cheryl? Thank you for being here. It's just me and you from the looks of it, Miss Cheryl. I put it out there. People should have got a notification, but this was something I kind of wanted. I was going to do by myself today. Wasn't going to go live. Wasn't going to do a video, but decided to go ahead. So I'm going to put now, once I pick up some stuff, but I want to show you one of my mottos when it's red in the street, it's time for Rod to eat. The street is Wall Street. When it's when it's red, when it's losing money, that is a stock or ETF that's on sale. Now, these are symbols, and this is why I pride people. Hey, learn the symbols. If you don't have to know it, you may have to guess to see which one of your investments. These are all my actual investments. So I could click INTC, which is I know it's Intel Corporation, and see exactly what it's doing. When you see this $90, this is not how much money I have. This is the price per share, how much it lost today, or how much it gained today. So I'm just going to look here and get a quick snapshot. And then I'm going to go back up and we're going to pull some of these up. But this is how, when I wake up in the morning, not every morning, but probably 3 times a week, I do this. I will look just for that day. And then I'm going to start breaking it down, but I'll do a quick snapshot. I say, okay, that's just to let me know what the market is doing today. I'm not focused on NVIDIA. I'm not focused on Goldman Sachs. I'm not focused on the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. I just want to see what the market is doing. Now I can look over here, but I want to look individual. And I'll just take a quick scroll. See how quick I'm going? I'm not trying to see who's losing. I mean, I'll probably get it. I'll see it because right now I just saw Ford, which is F, Gold, IAU, and Delta Airlines and VTI all made money. So now I've been waiting on Google to make some money. They've been losing money all week long in the little game that we're playing in the IWR Challenge and in my real portfolio. Where y'all see, what y'all see here, probably 90% of these investments, 90 and 95, are in my other brokerage accounts or my other portfolios. This one is just for the sake of the channel. Let me look over here. Got 3 real people in here. All right. So I'm looking at this now. I'm gonna go into here because I'm really doing a portfolio review. I ain't going over all this, but y'all notice I'm still scrolling. These are real life investments that I have. Some are for test. Some I put in here and forgot about. Nothing wrong with forgetting about money if you make money, but well, I guess if you forget about it and you lose the money, you won't be mad because you didn't even know. But really right now, this is how I do. So, and I'm just, look, I mean, this is a lot to keep up with. A lot. This is why I would not recommend and I'm still scrolling, y'all. Look, I'm still scrolling. It's ridiculous. But I do this to watch it. Do not do this. I only do this to watch to see if I want to shoot a video or once I buy some and stay in here. But and some of them I got on a whim, or some of them haven't gotten to the point. Like this is the Hartford Insurance Group, Atmos Energy. I don't know if I want to do videos on that yet because they haven't shown. I'm not going to do a video, even though I'm showing my journey. I'll do a video if a company is losing and I'm getting ready to get rid of it, or if I'm surprised and it's losing money. But the sole purpose of this challenge is to show people how to invest, not sell them a pipe dream, not scare the heck out of them, but to show them the ups and downs. That's why I'm doing this portfolio review. What could happen in real life? So let me go over here. Let me see if anyone joined me. Sure, we got 3 real homies still here now. Again, I said at the beginning of this, don't be afraid to ask questions. When you're depositing and withdrawing, let me put me up here to say this. When you're depositing and withdrawing into your investment accounts, unless it's a family member, there's probably not going to be any of these people in the live stream on the phone with you, on the laptop with you, or in a building with you. It's only going to be you. It's going to be you, and you're focused on your investments or your assets or your capital, or at the end of the day, the bottom line, your money. When I first learned about investing, or even when I learned about anything, I'm not that guy that's afraid to ask. I used to be that guy that didn't want to ask the questions because I didn't want to sound a certain way. We're not going to use the adjectives that they have for it. But as I moved up in life, and when I said move up, as I matured, as I got older, I was like, hold up, man. I can't keep not asking questions because there's someone in the comments or watching this video that has the same question as you and the same issue as you. They're afraid to ask, so nobody will find out the answer. And Rod can't read your mind. I'll tell you everything I see and do and think is important. But what if there's one little small thing that's important to you that's not important to me, or something I'm not thinking about? So let me get back over here and pull this portfolio up. So one of the ones I'm interested in, and I know I'm not getting rid of it. Now, I tell you now, it's one I'm thinking about. Yeah, I'm going to have to make this smaller, so you might have to get your spectacle. Oh, Lord, that ain't what I wanted to do. There we go. All right. So I got to go up here, and I'm going to type this symbol. Now, I can go over here and look through all this. Actually, I got lucky because it's right here. But if I don't, I'm not looking through all that. I'm going to type the symbol. But I'm looking for Walmart. You see this red here? Man, Walmart has been red all week long. So y'all, this is for real. This ain't nothing scripted. I got a notebook, and this is a chopping block notebook. This is what might be going, what might be staying, and what I got to think about. But man, I'm telling y'all, Walmart. Okay, today it went up, but after hours, it went up 12 cents. I'm gonna try to make this bigger here. It went up 12 cents. Make sure we can see everything. Yeah. But after it closed, it lost the 12 cents it made and 4 more cents. So I'm in the hole, man. But so is this worth it? Now I'm gonna look at the past performance because I want to see when all this mess started happening. But I'm not making my decision off yesterday and 5 years ago. I'm making my decision off what's going on right now. 2026, August. I don't care what happened in 2022. I don't care what happened in 1974 and all that. I want to know what's going on now. So I'm going to show y'all. I ain't watch out, but I just want to see how much money. Now, this is how a regular person would think. And then I'm going to tell you how Rod think. A regular person would say, let me see how much money I lost this week. Now, Rod is going to say, let me see how much money were taken from my profits this week. Because I already know Walmart wouldn't still be in my portfolio if it wasn't making money. I just want to see, what did I lose? Maybe I wanted to buy a half a year's supply of honey buns. I don't know. Can I still do that? Look at that. I lost 10% of my money this week. A lot of people get focused on the dollars, but I'm looking at the percentage because I have Walmart in Fidelity. I have Walmart at JP Morgan, which is Chase. I have Walmart in SoFi. I have Walmart in Charles Schwab. So I don't care how much money that little Robinhood lost. I lost 10% this week everywhere. Every portfolio I have. What if I got one of them with 50,000? I mean, I lost $5,000, but I don't. But I'm just saying, what if? All right. So I only lost 10%, but I'm going to show y'all what's going to matter. So look at that. And I know it. It's been happening for a while, but when did this happen? All right. That was just the last couple of days. I ain't worried about that. All right. Year to date. Now we're going to start seeing some. So from January to August, Walmart has been losing me money. 7% of my money gone. Now I'm not smiling because I can already tell you, man, Walmart is on my hit list. I don't usually make decisions like this. I'm not going to sell it all, but it may decrease in how much I hold of it. So let me put GRO gonna mean get rid of, and STAY gonna say stay. I'm not going. I know the ones that need to say stay. So Walmart is on my chopping block. I mean, 4%. I can put my money in the bank and make that in a year. And not a regular bank, a high yield savings account. Look at this, man. Y'all see this? Let me see if I can make this any bigger. I done lost 10% of my money total. I'm not liking that. So all this up here was beautiful and pretty and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. So now I got to make a decision. This little 10% that I was talking about at first, I've lost 10% of my money that I have in Walmart spread amongst probably 4 or 5 different accounts. How much is that? Now, it ain't going to happen on this live, but when Rod meet with the board of directors, me, myself, and I, we about to have a meeting about Walmart because I'm not feeling that. I'm not here to. Now, that's a perfect example. Oh, man, I keep doing it. Okay, good. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to see. That's a perfect example. I look at Amazon, Miss Cheryl. That's a perfect example. How many of y'all went to Walmart in the last month and it was crowded and the store was just off the chain? A lot of people will go to their local store or the local mall or the local this, that, and the third and see it's doing well, but does that mean the company's doing well? What are the other Walmarts doing? The Walmart I go to stay paid, but what is everybody else doing? So let me get over here. Yo, Walmart is on a roller coaster. Now, that's a good thing. Now, what they really made in the next coming weeks back to school, but see, a lot of kids are already in school. So Have they reported that? Now, here's another thing. Did they projected to make this amount, but they only made this amount? It's so much into it. That's why you have to look at the charts. You have to look at the numbers. You can't just go by what you feel. Like me and Miss Cheryl both agree with what's said here. They should have made money in the back to school sale, but they didn't. All right, so Amazon, how is it? Y'all, this is how we're going to do it, man. Miss Cheryl want to look at Amazon. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to go over here. Let me get over here and pull up old Amazon. Now, unfortunately, if it's over here again, I ain't going to believe it. That means I'm probably about to lose some more money. It ain't. So I will on my phone sometimes because I don't do this on my computer unless I'm doing a video. All this, I move probably 95% of my money on the phone, period, regardless of what I'm doing. So AMZN. What if I didn't know that? I'm going to go ahead and type AMA. Look, I could go search for it, and that's cool until I start learning the symbol AMZN. Watch what happens when I do that. AMZN. When I'm on my phone, I might be in the parking lot at the grocery store like today, and it's 102 degrees outside, and my car ain't cooled off, and it's 2:48, and I want to make a stock trade before. And this really happened. This is real life. I'm at Kroger, 2:48 Central. I want to buy some stock, real life, not the simulator we're doing. My car is at least 98 of those degrees. I don't have time to be trying to type what I wanted to buy, which was like an ETF with like 12 words in it. So let's go ahead and do what Miss Cheryl want to do here. All right, Amazon. Boy, it's been a long time. There we go. All right. We acting like this a video now. We're going to act like this a video. When there's red in the street right now, depending on what I'm seeing after this, I've been buying Amazon, but Amazon and Meta, they got a problem with Rod. I don't know what I did to Amazon and what I did to Meta, but they ain't been too good to me, not me or my accounts. So look at this as we're investing a small amount of money, but as your money grow, and I keep saying other accounts only because I got this for YouTube, but as your money continue to grow, what used to be a small amount is going to get larger and larger and larger. And that's why we want to learn when we have the smaller amounts. So when we get to the larger amounts in our portfolio, we may not be experts. I'm not an expert. We may not know everything. I really don't know everything, but we're more knowledgeable about our money. I am, and you are the CEO of you. I'm the CEO of Rod. Miss Cheryl is the CEO of Miss Cheryl. We all are. So, all right, let's see what the Cheryl's Bubbles Miss Cheryl, because I don't know what a company doing. But let's see what Miss Cheryl, if she had Amazon this week. All right, that ain't bad. 2% in a week. I'm going to say, if they had been treating me right, that's good. Why? Well, hold up, Rod. You lost 2% of your money because Amazon's not going anywhere. These little vans with the little smiley face I remember when Bezos really was selling books out of the garage because I was buying my college books from him. Not him, but Amazon in the garage. Now we got Prime. Football season is starting back. I know this is about to go up. So this is a sale to Rod. What has it done in the last month? There we go. Up 6.22% in the last month, Miss Cheryl. The last 3 months. Here we go. I'm back at Six Flags on the roller coaster because it's the lost money. Year to date, 12%. Not bad. I'll take it. I'd take anything over one, well, probably over 4% because I can get 1% in my bank accounts, my high yield savings accounts. For stock, this is just my opinion for Rod's portfolio. Up 16% in a year for a company of Amazon's magnitude. I'm not impressed. That's just me. I'm not impressed. And when I look at my real money, I don't even care about the life. Well, yeah, I do. Because I've had Amazon for a while. I was in such a hurry, I don't even have a watch on. Last 5 years, it's up 57.9%. But how much has been sucked up with this recent whatever they got going on? But let me go down here. This is what I care about. So even though Rod been crying, and boy have I just ain't recorded me crying. I'm trying to make this bigger, man. There it is. I look at this, and I'm like that song. You smile or whatever it says. It's about 5 songs that smile. Whichever one you want to pick, whether it's the gospel or Pocket and whoever that was, Scarface, whichever one you want to pick, I smile because I'm up 21.99%. Now, I had a guy one time, and I want to point this out because I want y'all to think like this. That's $8. I don't care what Rod got. Let's just say this is someone that's watching this live or this replay. What if you have made $8 in profit? When I was 23, 24, I was like, man, that's not any money. But now I don't look at that because I know as I've continued when it was $8 in 1993 and how many dollars in there is now, since I've had it, it's up 21.9%. Some may be 18, some may be a little higher, depending on, but I know my core is up 21.99%. There you go, Miss Cheryl. That's what I've done, but overall, you can see what the stock has been doing itself. Anybody have any more? I got a few more I want to go over. What up, YouTube Experiment? Hey, thank you for being here. Hey, I'm glad you're here. Hey, y'all, for the people that's playing the game, I was talking to Just Asking for a Friend last night. This is what I need y'all to do. You need to make sure by October 1st, you could do however you want to do, but by October 1st, we're ending the game on the 7th. All of your money except $5,000 has to be invested. The reason I left $5,000 because you want to have some dry powder. I want to make sure we're all okay. DOC, I see it. We want to make sure that people are getting it. Like I look at YouTube Experiment when he come here. He's been investing for a while. I've been investing for a while, but we want to make sure that I want to make sure that people are understanding what we're doing here. I'm really doing this for a lot of the beginners, but I want to see DOC. All right, let me go over here to DOC. Every time I hear DOC, I think about, not because I've been there, but I just think about the Department of Corrections. I ain't never been there. I was in the military. All right, so DOC. All right, so Health Peak Properties. Is that the right one? YouTube Experience. And y'all, this is why I do this. Now, I'm going to review my portfolio. Let me pull this up here. So here's what we're doing right now. And Michelle says she's not impressed with Amazon at all. And okay, so let me go up here. So what we're looking at, I'm going to pull this comment up. We're looking at ticker symbol DOC, Health Peak Properties. You may hear about a company you never heard of while we're doing this. And that's why y'all laugh if you want to. Let me make sure y'all can see this. I don't even know if I had it yet. Make sure y'all can see this. I have my spiral notebook and I have my number 2 pencil while I'm doing this. Only because if I ain't heard of it and I like what I'm saying, I ain't got to go run and get all the stuff I need and then miss what somebody else may say. I'm already ready because you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. All right, let me get over here and see what we're doing. $21.30. Up 19 cents today. Now, this is me analyzing a new stock that I haven't heard of. So, and then I'm going to compare it to one that I have. Now, I'm going to read the about. I'm not going to ask, and I want y'all to get in this habit. Just say I worked with YouTube Experiment. He said, hey, Rod, man, you need to check out DOC, man, Health Peak Properties, man. They on fire, man. You need to check them out. I ain't got to ask him nothing else. Well, why are they on fire? I ain't got time for all that. But the average, the new beginner going like, really, man, how much money they made? Oh, man, it's through the roof. And that's what people be saying. They don't give you no numbers. Oh, man, to the moon. All this stuff they be saying. I don't care about none of that. Because what Rod go do, probably on his phone, he ain't going to wait till he get it on the computer. Rod go look as soon as he get a chance. And I'm going to look at this. So I don't care about the last month and last week. I want to see what it's done in the 3 months. Because now Rod is going into purchase mode. Let me make this bigger. Make sure it ain't too big. It might be a little too. Y'all, this thing might. If it go, there it go. Y'all, man, this thing is finicky. All right, so there we are. 21.30. Health Peak Properties, ticker symbol DOC. Last 3 months, okay, it's up 9%. It's doing just as good as Amazon. I mean, am I gonna sell my Amazon to go get some of this? No. Because overall, Amazon is up 21.99%. year to date, January to August. What has this been doing? Oh boy. Uh-oh, y'all see what's happening right here? I'm pulling out. Hey, YouTube experiment. Thank you so far. I might be thanking you too early, but thank you so far. And y'all, I'm gonna be doing more of these because to me it's fun. Some people probably skipping over this live stream and watching something else, and we all have choices. But to me, this is fun. All right, in the past year, I have a little game I play with myself on this channel. If it's over 20% return on investment, I call it the Dub Club. Dub is a slang for 20, over 20%, or the Quarter Horse Club, which is quarter 25. I'm just having fun by myself. All right, so y'all can play whatever, y'all can call it whatever, y'all can call it the KFC Club if you want, or the two-piece club, or whatever you want to call it. So, oh no, man, I gotta sit down. Now this is going right back where I got it from. Because now that don't mean I'm not gonna get it. That don't mean I'm not gonna get it, because something could have happened. So now I gotta see what this thing is about. Okay, I see the numbers. It's 5 years. It's a lot. I would have lost almost half my money, man. I don't know about that. So, but now I got to look at one more. I need to see max. Then I'm gonna go down and see how long. So since this company max time, correct me if I'm wrong, YouTube experiment, is what has made a loss max time, almost 25% of my money. As of right now, I'm out on this. That's just me. I'm out. Now, that don't mean this is all past tense. But I want to look at a couple of things. Health Peak Properties engaged in acquiring, developing, owning, leasing, and managing healthcare real estate. Okay, I like that. Okay. Healthcare real estate. Y'all keep that in mind. Across the United States, it operates through the following segments, blah, blah, blah. So it manages property, healthcare property. All right. So it's kind of like a REIT. It is a REIT. It pays a high dividend. So now, Rod, got to make a U-turn. And y'all, this is how I'm analyzing this stock. This may be a little advanced for some people, and I apologize. Founded in 1985. Now I can make a high dividend. Is $15.1 billion market cap. I'm gonna look at some real quick, because now, y'all, I might be doing all this in the park. I'll stop on aisle 12 in Kroger and do this if somebody tell me about it. But I keep everything on the ready. Phone, I ain't got this computer with me. That's not gonna be happening. So now what I'm doing, y'all, is I want to see I don't care about this file. I want to see what this, I can calculate it, but I'm quick draw. I need to see how much dividend I'm gonna get. So every month, this pays a 10-cent dividend. I don't know, 10 cents, $21. All right, let me look at one more thing, then we're going to get ready to get back into this here. I'm about to make a quick decision, y'all. All right, I'm about to make a quick decision. All right, so right now, I'm going to tell you what I would do. This is what I would do, DOC. I don't know what you're doing, but this is what Rob would do. I got to see what the people are saying, what the analysts saying. Yeah, 36% saying buy. I don't go by these 22 people. They may not know what they're doing. 64% say hold. No, but nobody's saying sell. Let me make sure. YouTube, you still in this thing? Remember, all not financial advice, period. Yes, thank you. Thank you for putting that. Yeah. I already saw that. It's got a high dividend. Pay 10 cents every month. I'm going to show you what your boy would do instead, though. All right. I like this. Healthcare. Well, I know healthcare been struggling, but they going to always be needed now. They're going to always be needed. They're going to always be needed. I'm going to do the same type of investment, EPR properties. Pretty much same thing. But I'm going to go down to the about, then I'm going to work way back up to the price thing. EPR Properties operated as a real estate investment trust. It engaged in the development by leasing theaters, entertainment retail centers, and family entertainment centers. Now, I'm going to tell you why I'm looking at this right off the bat. 85 for the other one, 1997 for this one. Based in Kansas City. I'm going to tell you why I'm looking at this one over the other one. Medical costs are high. We know that. But I look at the number of entertainment facilities in comparison to the number of healthcare facilities, and then the entertainment outweighs it. Am I making a decision on that? Like, who got the prettiest football helmet in football? No. But that's just one thing in my mind. Now I'm going to go through the reality of this. All right. I don't care about the 1 week and 1 month because I'm doing this for the long term. All right. Up 3.62% the past 3 months. Year to date, up 21%. I think the other one was up 12%. It may have been higher. Last year, up 12%. For real estate investment trust, I don't expect to get a high growth amount. That's why I was looking at that. When you do these EPRs and the DOCs and the realty income, which is ticker symbol, you're really looking at income. You're not worried too much about growth. All right. Other one lost 44% of the money in 5 years. This one, I'm up 21%. So I look at that as a 60% swing. I got to climb out the whole 44% with the other one and then go upwards 21 more percent in the past 5 years. Usually when somebody tell me something, there's a high possibility I already may have a counter to what they're telling me already in my portfolio. Maybe, not all the time. That might have been max. Actually, I think it was max. It wasn't 44%. So I got to look at max. Well, look like Rod doing the right thing. Look like, let me make this big for the people in the back. Look like Rod doing the right thing. Look like Rod doing the right thing. I have not had this since it first came out. Let's start there. So I didn't make this 337%. But if I look at history, down 44%, up 337%. That'll help me in my decision. Coming on down. Now I do have some of this in reality. So in reality, I'm up 13%. I'm not down on this since I had it. Average cost $53. I could sell it now for $60. So I've made a profit. Remember, this here is not really for growth. It's more for income. And I can tell you EPR Properties pays a dividend every month of 31 cents per share instead of 10 cents, but you also got to look, that's the same. For a 20-cent stock, I'm getting 10 cents. I mean, a $20 stock, I'm getting 10 cents per share. For a $60 stock, I'm getting 30%. It's the same thing. One's cheaper than the other, the dividend is going to be lower. But at the end of the day, when I look at the growth and the comparable dividends that I would be getting, I would go with EPR Properties. Let's see what the analysts say. I just like to see, I really don't care. They're even, neck and neck. 46.2% both said buy and hold. 7% of the people are saying sell. Nobody said sell DOC. But I'm still rolling with what I'm looking at black and white in the past, and also what I've done. I'm up 13% in this. So I'm cool. But do I have a lot in EPR across my portfolios? No. No, I don't. So let me see if we got any more. Now I'm gonna go through some of these. So we got set. All right. Yeah, DOC is monthly. Okay, DOC dropped their dividend price of 10 cents a share from 19 cents. Woo, that's smart. Hey, man, hey, I like that name. Wall Street CEO, man. Hey, I like that name. Okay, you changed to the phone and TV, okay. Thank you for that disclaimer, too. See, I love when people come in here and they're going over stuff I've never heard of, I've never looked at, because I don't pretend to know all the stuff. And so many people get caught up on the things everybody here, the NVIDIAs, the AMDs, the VOOs, the VTIs, and now I'm just talking about NVIDIA, AMD, AI chip stocks, or the VOO, which is the S&P 500, or VTI, which is the total stock market. They don't look at, a lot of people don't look at companies like DOC. So I'm gonna go back over here because one of the ones, I looked at Walmart. Walmart is on my chopping block. Now, what you see me doing now is just looking at my phone at Robinhood. So I don't have to bore y'all. Let me put me back on the screen here. I don't have to bore, well, I'll leave it like that. So I don't have to bore y'all looking at all them symbols. So now I'm gonna even go into crypto that I'm gonna be doing a full video on. Hey, YouTube Experiment and Wall Street CEO, if you're still in here, are y'all messing with quantum computing? Because Now I'll tell you, man, this here is one I'm really watching. I'm gonna probably surprise y'all with this one. This is an ETF. Now I know earlier in the year or late last year, man, the healthcare market was really getting beat up. This is a State Street Healthcare Select Sector SPDR ETF. I kept this in one of my accounts that I just stumbled across. I said, man, I want to put this back in Robinhood. I did a video on this a while back, and I may do an update, a full video, but it may not, because I'm about to almost do one right now. But y'all, how many people, the healthcare sector, I mean, it was down, but then I saw something, I read something, and I saw it was making a comeback. Right around when Intel and all those companies started getting predicted. Let's see if y'all are saying anything. Oh, I like this here. Walmart is finally caving to mobile payments like Apple Pay, etc. Okay. If y'all haven't hit that subscribe button, you're not subscribed to the channel where you're live watching the replay. We did hit a milestone yesterday, last night, 1,200 subscribers. However, I do need watch time on this. I don't ask anyone to run playlists. Watch the videos, you get something out of it. You want to run playlists on your own, that's on you. And I appreciate the people that do. I'm not going to put anybody out there. But there's one person that has been so excited about this and helping me out. And I really appreciate her. So, and she knows who I'm talking about. All right. So healthcare sector up today is up 1.29%. Again, I want to keep this for the long haul because healthcare is not going anywhere. What is it? I mean, I got a little bit now. I ain't going to break the bank, but in the last 3 months, right around whenever Intel started going up. So let's see what this here is. What date is this? Yeah, it's probably, what is this, August? Yeah, it might have been, it wasn't right here. I'd have to pull up Intel, but it was probably around June. And it's up, but look, since in the 3 months it's up now, and that don't mean nothing. That just means in 3 months if I wanted to sell it, and I don't roll like that. I don't have time to watch all this stuff. And really, in my real portfolios, I don't have all this stuff in there because it's too much to keep up with. But I shoot the video and I just leave it there to see what the money gonna do. Year to date, it's up 13%. Not too bad. And this is going to be the last one. Last year, so when everybody, I'm going to look right here. In September last year, yep. But then ever since then, it's been going up. Then February, it took a little dive, and that's probably when all the what they call it, the FUD, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt came into play. And people started tripping out, and then it did a little dip, but look at this. So I re-entered I still had it somewhere else. I can't remember which one of the accounts. Doesn't matter. But since I decided to re-enter, I'm up 19%, man. And sometimes as I build my portfolio, I love when I get rid of something, but I forget because I have different brokerage accounts. I may forget one, and I'll go over there and say, man, I thought this was supposed to be like down. So let me do one thing here. Y'all bear with me here real quick. Hey, when I do these too, man, I'm not in Hollywood. I love when people come in and we actually just we're really just chopping it up. And y'all, if y'all notice, I put the title portfolio review. I'm not doing anything that I do any different. I'm not here to show off I have this and I have that and look at this, look at me. I'm hoping y'all do what y'all been doing, telling me about something like DOC that I might look into or take a look at the healthcare sector. So I just want people to see this is a real channel with the real person. That me. I don't care about that. I care about us, because I done found out throughout my lifetime a team is better than just me or just one. Y'all bear with me here. A team is better than one. Y'all know any one person that ever won the Super Bowl or the NBA championship? No, it took a team. So now let me get it back over here. So All right, that's that. How long we been on? I've been on. I'm not gonna be on here much longer, man. I want to keep these no more than an hour, hour and a half. Y'all, again, we do have a stock simulator challenge going on right now, uh, and it is on Investopedia. I'm gonna see. I'll probably pull it up. I'll pull it up and share. Anybody want to join? It's free to join. There is a not breaking the bank, a $50 cash prize, but you can go through Charles Schwab. I've already done the video. Open up a Charles Schwab account, no cost. Put your 50 that you get from me into that account. They'll give you another 50. Now you're up $100. So let me go back over here and see if there's anything else I want to look at. Well, let me look over here. It's easier if I look on my phone. Believe it or not. Probably because I'm so used. Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to look at. Y'all, this one here, I just recently did a video on this. I'm gonna do two of them. If you're hearing about all this AI and this and stuff that's information technology, I'm gonna show you two that I like that are out there. You have several. You have the QQQMs, that's a growth stock, and I have that as well. But I've really been focusing on this because recently there was a split with the shares. So with a split, it made the prices more affordable. To have a ETF, a Vanguard ETF, this I want to say this was close to $600-700 a share a couple months ago. It's down to 118. When they split, you just get more shares at a lower price. But I've been really putting, let me get this a little, there we go. I've been putting a little extra money into this, not my Robinhood, but in other places. But since I've been doing this, I kind of just want to see, all right, past 3 months, it's up 4.47%. Year to date, up 24%, January to August. Now, I already had this, but I've been focusing on it more. Past year, up 39%, up 128% in the past 5 years. I'm not going back max. I'm up 12% since I started putting money back on this one, but I have it in other ones. I took it out of here, and I'm going to show you why. A lot of people, and the reason I'm doing this like this, a lot of people get caught up in this right here. The name Vanguard, which is a great company. I have a lot of Vanguard investments. But a lot of times we hear the big dog and we forget maybe about the medium-sized dog. So I'm going to pull up another symbol, XLK, or the State Street Technology Select Sector SPDR. A little pricier, but I buy fractional shares, so I'm not really worried about the price, meaning I buy whatever I can afford. If I got $50, $100, if I got $20, I'm going to buy what I can afford. It made money today, not as much as the other one, 3 months, about the same. Year to date, about the same. Last year, but I want to go right here. This one's doing better, up 137%. Yeah, it's costing me more, but I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm going to deposit the same amount of money, so I'm up 137%. I just re-entered this back into this because I actually sold VGT to get this, sold this, and then got something else. But all of this still stayed in my larger accounts, not the XLK I got rid of because I went with VGT. But once I saw this, that this, even though it's more, it's making me more, it's the same thing. What's in here? What makes up this ETF? NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft, Broadcom, Micron, AMD, Intel, and Cisco. All right. What makes up this? NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft, Broadcom, same thing, except Applied Materials and Lam Research. Doesn't mean the other two aren't in here, but this is in the top 10. I'll probably continue to put more money into VGT, but I'm also going to put some in XLK. Would I recommend doing that for a regular investor or new investor? No. Now, another one, if I just wanted to be an AI and didn't want to miss the boat, I'm going to show you two. SMH, which is the VanEck Semiconductor ETF. I'm gonna tell you why I'm looking at this. I ain't just showing y'all just I ain't got nothing better to do. I'm really reviewing my portfolio right now because 560, and I want to look at percentages. I need my notebook. I need my notebook for this because I'm really gonna grade these two, and I've been torn, and y'all gonna see why in a minute. So I got SMH, and again, I'm looking at the time to SOXQ. So we're gonna look at 3-month YTD and 1 year and 5. All right. So 560 a share. I'm just gonna scroll right here. Last 3 months, it's down 0.18. Year to date, how many people? I'm not talking in this live in the country. How many people would in these 1 to 3 months? Now I got to go back. So it was down that week, down for the month. How many people would say, "Oh man, SMH is done"? Here's the ticker symbol, SMH. It's done. I'm selling this. But they don't look at how much money they've actually made. Maybe they don't want to lose any more money. But year to date, I'm up 51.78%. $5.60 a share. Y'all keep that in mind. That's kind of expensive. Not really for this. Last year, up 94.59%. I just want people that are watching the replay or in here live, what can you do if for every $100 you get at work, they give you another $95 for a bonus? That's how you got to look at this. In the last year, for every $100 you made, they gave you another $95. That's how I look at this, man. Now you have to invest it. Nobody's going to give it to you, but you work for it. Last 5 years, look at that, ladies and gentlemen, up 328.49%. Man, I got pencils up here that don't work, that I done been on a phone call, business call, fidgeting, and I don't even know the rest of the pencils. All right, I'm done with that. So long term, this is a long-term hold. So my real number is 328.49. Why didn't you go to that, Rob? Why did you skip and go through all that stuff and take us with you? Because I'm showing y'all how I review a portfolio. Let me see if we have any questions. Hey, David, thank you for coming in, man. If y'all haven't subscribed to the channel, hey, man, I love to see new. If you've been here before, I apologize, but I love to see people that I've never seen. Miss Cheryl is the only one in here that I recognize in YouTube Experiment. I don't know where everybody else I know will, but I'm glad some people in here because y'all bringing fresh air. Me and Miss Cheryl was in here just kicking it. It was just me and her at first, and we were still chilling. But I love to see just different people because we can all learn. I got a lot of, that's my goal, y'all. I left this on the screen because Rod is looking at this. I want to one day say I got a lot of VGT or I have a lot of VGT. Right now, I want a lot of VGT. Y'all see the difference? Important to watch those expense ratios. That's another thing I got to go back and look at. That's something I don't know why. And I need David. I really need to get big on that because Lisa J. Stocks always tell me that. I look at if I see a 0.05 and I'm losing $5 out of 10,000, but I need to get people because everybody may not have 10,000. So let me put that in my notes that I'm gonna look back on. Matter of fact, how many of y'all remember the yellow stickies when computers first got real big? And everybody had they might still do it. The sticky notes all over their computers. I'm gonna have expense ratio up here, so I don't forget about it. It looked like around the same month, all companies could have died. What was going on? I don't know. I don't know. I would have to research that, Michelle. But you can go to Google and say what was happening financially. What was happening financially on August 21st, 2026, and whether it was something good or bad, it'll tell you. But let me look at the other company, and then we're going to see where we are here. So what I want to compare this to, now let me look at the expense ratio of this. It's got NVIDIA. Why is this on my screen? NVIDIA, Taiwan Semiconductor, Broadcom, Micron, AMD. ASML, which I own this individually. I own actually that, 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 and that's it. So I own like 6 of these individual stocks. Then I had an ETF to cover the other ones I'm not too interested in. Oh man, I don't know what just asking for a friend, but I finally remember my straw, man. If y'all been watching me, I've been struggling getting water out of here. Oh, she gonna be proud. Just asking for a friend gonna be proud of me. It took me 27 live streams to remember that straw. So expense ratio 0.35. Let me look this up. So let me see how much this gonna be. Now I ain't saying nobody else don't need to do this. I'm just telling you how I look at it. I'm gonna look at 5. I ain't gonna even go 10,000. So out of $5,000, I don't know why I did it. It's $35. Out of $5,000, I would pay $17.50 expenses. I personally, this is Rod, I'm not going to sweat $17 out of $5,000. But if I pay $17 times 40 years or 30 years or 20 years, how much money did I leave on the table by paying? This is high. This is high. But I'm banking with this growth ETF and the way AI is going. I'll give up. This is just how I look at it. Now, I don't know this in the future. I'm just telling you, I've been lucky so far. I'll give up 0.35% when I've made 328%. But that's just how Rod's mind operate. Everybody's not Rod, and Rod is not everybody. It took me years to even come up with that little thing to convince myself that I'm not going to trip out that. All right, so XOXQ. That's the one I want to compare this to. Y'all gonna see why when I go over here. A lot cheaper. Probably I didn't write down all those companies, but it's the Invesco. I ain't reading all that. It's the Invesco PHLX, basically Invesco Semiconductor ETF, $92.58. Ain't no 500 and some. I like this from a psychological standpoint because it takes me less time to get to $92 than it does $500 to get one share from a psychological standpoint. Some people have to do stuff like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you have to convince yourself, hey, I like this because I have X amount of shares in this company, then do that. But I do want to go down here. I'm going to come back up. What's the expense ratio? A lot cheaper. Not 0.35, it's 0.19. So I'm going to come back up here. Pretty much NVIDIA, Broadcom, Micron, Marvell, Applied Materials, TSM is down here instead of at the top. KLA, which is different. Lam, AMD, almost the same companies. They just got different amounts of those companies in this ETF. So I'd have to look at that. Been around since 2021. This is what I want to see right here. I'm going to go ahead and do it like I did the other one. So I'm going to write it down because I'm going to really compare this. Hold on. I guess I better go up here. No, up here this way. All right, past 3 months is down 0.04%, less than SMH. Year to date, it's up 61.38%. Boy, y'all are gonna trip when y'all hear this. And I'm gonna point something out to y'all when I finish this. 109.88. I'm telling you, man, investing with Rod instead of the flash and the cool and the suits and all that stuff. I like to just take that time, look at other stuff. It took me 3 minutes to throw in a ball cap and a dry fit shirt. When I used to do my wardrobe on this channel, I'd take 2 hours trying to figure out what I was going to wear. I'd rather get at 2 hours to the viewers. All right, now now I got happy for a minute. So this gonna really take some deeper than this live stream. I wish I had I wish I'd have did this at first so I can put this on a PowerPoint and show y'all. All right, so let me come and bring me on the screen to read the verdict here. Michelle said, I'm proud of You too on that straw, man. I was struggling. Miss Cheryl been watching every episode, so she know. Yep. This is key right there, man. The expense ratio could compound to a lot of money over the years, surprisingly. So we have to watch it. I don't watch it now, but the way I just kind of explained it to myself, I'm going to start watching it. But most of mine, and I'm going to look at some of the ones that I have my bigger money in to see, just because I like this kind of stuff, because this may not, I've heard it, but I haven't really tackled it, this expense ratio. So now I want to look at stuff. Hey, I like going, wait, long, now that's a good one here, but it's just a vague question. Long term or short term, expense ratio, compounding. Hey, thank you for being here too, Rigo Jr. Appreciate it. Hopefully I got that right. So here's what I got with this SMH, SOXQ. VanEck Semiconductor ETF SMH, Invesco Semiconductor ETF SOXQ. 3 months. The winner is SOXQ. It only lost 0.04%, where SMH lost 0.18%. Year to date, SMH, everybody's talking about SMH. You don't hear anybody talking about SOXQ. Nobody. It's up 51.78%. SOXQ, the one you don't hear about, is up 61.38%. The last year, none of this is future stuff. This is all past things. In the last year, SMH is up 94.59%. I'll take all day, every day, and the 51%. But SOXQ, that nobody talk about, is up 109%, 109.88. If you're only going to hold this a year, SOXQ is the clear winner, up 15 point more percent. Instead of 94, it's 109. But if you're holding this for the long term, I went back 5 years. SMH is up 328.49%. SOXQ is up 253%. So in a long-term perspective, I'm doing the right thing with SMH if I was going in the past. And looking at this here, let me try to add this up in my head. That's 75% more money, from 328 to 253. Oh man, I'll tell you, I'm gonna pull it up, man. I'm here a lot. Hey man, Rigo, that has been the trap for me for years, man. That SCHD, and that's the Schwab high dividend. Let me go and pull it up. Rigo, I need water, coffee. Hold on, I gotta bring all my cups over here for SCHD, man. Every time I get food, I still have it, but all right, I'll save the water. Let me pull this up. Every time I get food with it, man, I tell you what, when I went big, I watched somebody, oh man, they say SCHD to the moon and all that. Let me share my screen. And there it is, the Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF. I'm surprised, $35. It's up 26 cents, up 0.8% today. When they made that crazy move, I guess at the beginning of 25, of taking all the technology out and putting the energy and healthcare and some other mess in, man, I was done. I've slowly bought a little bit of it, but all right. So let's see what they do. I'm not a fan of. Well, really, y'all. I'm 50. I just turned 57. I should be approaching, if not already, more concerned with income than I am growth. But I'm still riding that growth train. So I haven't really been tripping off. I mean, I want dividends, as many as I can get, but like they call realty income the dividend stock or the dividend REIT or whatever it is. And this here, I mean, all right, so I want to see something. I'm going to compare this to SCHG. All right, so let's do 3 months. Up 9%, not bad, because they did it at reconstitution or whatever it was. Okay, now I'm starting to get upset with myself. It's up 27, but I still had some, and I still bought a little more, but had some. I still have some because I got rid of a lot, and I started buying a little more, but I know I missed out on money. I just looking at this the last year. Okay, I'll take that compared to the world. Now 5 years, I don't know, man. I tell you what, that's a hard question, Rico, because what I thought of SCHD may not be what I'm thinking now of SCHD. It had that little rough patch. Let's look at that expense ratio. I got to keep putting that in my head. What's in this thing? What did they do? Merck, Abbott, Amgen, man, isn't that all healthcare? Coca-Cola, Home Depot, Chevron. This is a dividend ETF, y'all. So it's looking for dividends. Verizon, ConocoPhillips, United Health, Procter and Gamble. So I'm looking at this. I'm going to go through here right now. Y'all, I own none of these companies individually. None of them. I own none of these companies individually. That's unbelievable. None of them. So I can look at this two ways. I need to get some SCHD because these are some heavy hitters when it comes to dividends. But somewhere they had to do me wrong because I've had Coke, I've had Home Depot, I've had Chevron, I've had Verizon, I've had United Healthcare, and I've had Procter and Gamble. Keyword is had. And I don't buy and sell stocks. I'm not a trader. So what I did do, and I learned something. Let's see how much of a dividend they give it. Y'all may know it. I'm gonna jump back in these comments in a second. But how many dividends? I'm gonna go over here to y'all. This is how I be rolling for real, man. If I'm sitting in this chair, I'll be on one thing. I'm like a mad scientist. Then I have a song playing in the background that I wrote, all going on at the same time. So every quarter, it's been paying. It went down, was 27, 26, down to 25 cents in the last payment of June 24th. All right. So I'm gonna look at this. Fidelity. I'm gonna go over to Fidelity. Now I'm doing a portfolio review, so I'm showing y'all how I really do this for the people that just came in. All right, so I had 35 difference of 35 and $63. So basically double. Now I'm gonna tell y'all one thing off the bat. I'm gonna pull it up now while I'm in here. I noticed this, man. Y'all, you got to check everything these days. Now hold on. Let me see if it's still doing what it did the last time I looked at it. Man, its dividends is just all over the place. It pay them every quarter, but in June it was 51 cents, which is higher than the other one, but the price is also double. 44 cents in March, 39 cents in December, 37 cents in September, 44 in June, 41. I mean, I don't have no consistency there. I like Fidelity and I like this ETF, but let me see. I didn't write down what was it, 27% or something like that in the last year. All right, I'm gonna do this like I just did that one real quick. 5%, look a little less, 10%, 1 year. Right there. So man, that tell me now right now. Hold up, what my notebook here? Because we got a stage 3 emergency here. We got a stage 3 emergency. Thank you, Rigo. Thank you. And what I mean by y'all can call it whatever stage y'all want. It's a stage 3 for Rod. I put that under the wrong one. I put that on the stay. It ain't staying. FDVV is probably gone tonight or Monday. Well, probably Monday because I got to move up. I'm just looking at the longevity. Is the past performance an indicator of future performance? No, but I don't like the dividends jumping around. So I got to come down. Walmart, FDVV. I'm not going to get rid of all of it, but I'm getting rid of some of it. I'm going to be honest with y'all. SCHD. Basically, I'm going to show y'all the difference. In the past year, we're going to do 5. We're just going to do 5 because these going to both be long-term holds. Maybe I didn't do this. So I got to write this down, man, because your boy getting old. So we're going to put 5-year, 62.87%. Notice I'm looking at certain sectors, and we're going to do more of these. I'm not just going to do one review. And next time I do, I'm going to have a certain group I'm going to have picked out. So that way, I want to have a little more organization with this, because now I see which direction I want this to start going in. All right, so I'm going straight to 5 years. I ain't got time for all that other jibber jabber. And I got to go back and look at the companies for FDVV. Then again, man, here we go again. I knew it was the reason I made this decision. All right, we're going to look at one more thing, then the verdict may be in, Rigo, and we're going to get ready to raise up in a minute, man. Y'all, unless y'all have some more stuff y'all want me to look at. FDVV, I just want to see where companies are in here. This FDVV, NVIDIA, Apple. It's worried. It can't be worried about dividend if NVIDIA is in here. Look like this one's worried about dividend and growth, kind of like a DGRO ETF, but the other one just worried about dividends at SCHD. It's got Coke. This is stock, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all a sleeper stock. I just did it. We're gonna see what it's been doing. This here, that's the underdog, man. It's like if you was back in the day when Mike Tyson fought Riddick Bowe. This is Tyson. This is Riddick Bowe. I ain't saying no name. That's Tyson. This is Riddick Bowe. They just happen to both be here right now. All right, so the verdict is in, man. Let me type this in so I don't forget. Notice again, knowing the symbols, man. I have to know the symbols. Like I could be in the parking lot. I'm ashamed to say this, but I might be at a light that I know gonna be red for a while, and I'll move money sometimes. I'll buy or sell, not sell. Typically, I'm buying. All right, so the verdict's in. Over a 5-year period, SCHD is up 35.8% with the consistent dividends of, what was it, 27 cents per share at $35 a share. FDVV in the last 5 years is up 62%. That's the reason why I moved to FDVV, which is the Fidelity High Dividend ETF. That's almost double, up 35% with SCHD, the popular one, the one everybody chit chat about, the one that really don't nobody talk about, FDVV. I did do a video on this a while back. It's up 62.87%. Dividends is cool. They're sporadic with FDVV. They're all over the place. Not expensive, $63. At the end of the day, that 62% return on my investment in 5 years, I don't care what kind of dividends I'm missing out on. That's just Rod. Again, this is my journey to show you how I strategize for my financial future. All right, we're going to look at Bank of America, y'all, and we are going to get out of here. Let me look in the comments. Boy, I'm telling y'all, this is a sleeper. We got 10 real homies. What's going on, Lisa? Let me see what y'all saying in here. It has been consistent. Yeah, it has. But in the last 5 years, for long term, I don't like the dividend movement and how it's sporadic with FDVV. But at the end of the day, it just depends, man. I have enough investments. And just so people know, I'm not just in stocks or ETFs. I have physical gold, physical silver. It's no different than having an ETF, trust fund, properties. So it's not just, you may see a bunch of stuff here and stuff I don't talk about because I'm trying to get people into the investing first, especially during geopolitical conflict. Yeah, you can't get some SHLD for that. So that I quit buying SCHD years ago for VYM, which is the Vanguard. We can look at that one as well. But SCHD diversity is good, kind of like VTI. Yeah, with VTI, it's hard to miss those companies because that's the whole stock market. Have you checked out the new social platform on Robinhood? No, I haven't. I'll have to check that out. I haven't. Man, I've been on my other channels. I have other channels. I have Points Blank Experience, which is my talk show channel. It's slowly moving into my flagship channel away from Point Blank Travel, which is another channel I have, and my music channel. So Have you checked out the news? I gotta check that out, man. Hold up, gotta put that in my notes here. Gotta put that in my notes. I'm sure I'm the last dude that ain't mess with it. I bet you I am. Lisa J. Stocks, I see her in here. She may be it. She may have checked it out. Social platform on Robinhood. All right. Thank you for being here, Lisa. One of the moderators in the channel, the administrators. I don't like saying moderators. She's a fellow investor. All right, so I'm gonna look at Bank of America. Y'all might be shocked. I respect long term. I'm a swing trader. I do more high risk and high reward stocks. Yeah, I tried that, man, and I failed every single time. I invested in Oklo, AMD, CoreWeave, and CrowdStrike. I just did a video. Now the SanDisk, a dude told me about SanDisk in one of my lives. I didn't buy it, but I am exposed to SanDisk and some. I can't remember what. Oh, okay. That's why Lisa said, yeah, she don't. I forgot. She don't go on Robinhood at all. I'm tripping. But you may know about it, Lisa. I don't hold any position of it. I just use it from. Okay, that's what I was saying. You use it for research from time to time. All right, y'all. So let's look at BAC. What? Hey, I got. You gonna do a video on that, Lisa? Lisa's been messing with options and stuff. I was in her live, and I watched a video or two this week at least. I can't remember which one because if it's on my TV, I can't come, and I can like it, but I can't come, and I may be doing something on my computer. Yeah, I'm curious to see what you did, Lisa, because I've been. Okay, I'll check it out. Hold up, man. Y'all, I'm sorry because I forget. I want to see what Lisa. Y'all, I ain't gonna tell y'all what to say. Y'all got to go over there yourself. Lisa J. Stock. Let me pull her up. Oh, it's up on the screen. I ain't gonna do y'all like this. Since I ain't gonna read it, then I'll look at it. All right, so let's look at Bank of America real quick, man. Remember, Bank of America, I look at this as Riddick Bowe, and that other company was Mike Tyson. It's down today, y'all. I bought Bank of America over 5 years ago. And I was like, man, it was just something. And everybody was saying they didn't like it. I can't stand it. And I don't care if people don't like it. I don't get feelings in my money. I had a wise man tell me a long time ago, don't get mad at your money. No emotions. And he's a multimillionaire, the guy that told me this. 21% up in the past 3 months, year to date. Not no different than anything else, 12%. We looked at some earlier. I can't remember what it was. And the last year up 27%, looking like a SCHD. The only thing, if I was a new investor, would I only have Bank of America? No, there's no diversification. You're in one sector and you're not in a sector that's just like always booming or something. I have this because I have stuff to offset it if things go left. Since I've had it, I'm pleased with up 49%. Could I make more in other places? Yeah. But neck and neck, I've also ran the Mike Tyson of banks. I'm not gonna. But look at 352. 1 year of 20. Well, hell, Bank of America wasn't Bank of America up 27%. 5 years, Bank of America was up 49. But look at that, 121. Long term, still the Mike Tyson. Another one was Riddick Bowe. So, with that being said, y'all, was there anything else? I don't have any notes, so I'm just looking at all this stuff I done jotted down on these papers and napkins. Make sure it's nothing else. I'm gonna look over here on my Robinhood on my phone. Make sure there's nothing else that I want to check. Y'all, the next time I do this, I'm gonna have some stuff picked out. Now I do mess with this one. I don't do options. I tried it. I hit my first one, boy. I was so happy. And I think I lost all that money back in a month because I wasn't as smart as Lisa. I watched 2 or 3 videos and I thought I knew what I was doing. I didn't play with it. I didn't practice. I just jumped in and I failed tremendously. Go over there and check out Lisa's channel. She's talking about how she's doing it. All right. So I have the premium income ETF NASDAQ 100. I also have the SPY. They do call and put. Let's see which one this one does. A call strategy right here. So it's dealing with options. We're going to see how it's been doing. And I want to look at I can tell you right now, if I'm not mistaken, the expense ratio is going to be high. If I'm not mistaken. Been around since 2023, not that old at all. They do the call options on NVIDIA, Apple, basically your big dogs, your big dogs, your big dogs. But let's go down here. It's got that same expense ratio as that the other ones we looked at. So that's about, for every $10,000 invested, it's $35 a year. For every $5,000, $17.50. The dividend is about 40. Let me look. 43 or 48 cents per share. Pays monthly. I've researched it. SPY pays more, but I kind of like, and I'll show you why. Yep, 48 cents every month. It was 51 cents, then it went down to 48. All right, so just look and see what it's done, and we're gonna get out of here. All right, 3 months, lost 1.46%. Not surprised. 7.43 year to date. 1 year, 13.01%. 5 years, up 46%. And I don't even use this for growth. I'm primarily, what it says right here, income, 48 cents a month. But I am getting some growth, a little 5%. I'm going to watch this. Hell, I better really watch. I need to get some of my money out of here. Maybe they gave me some money. This is against the law. I'll never have this much money in one account, on one stock on this account. So that's cool. But this here is really something me playing with, trying to just see what happens. All right, y'all. Yeah, it's so many things. Good luck. Okay, here. Hey, thank you, Rigo, for stopping by. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. Use the stop loss. Yeah, I got to start playing with a lot more stuff, Lisa, because especially with the investments that I'm playing with, like Rigetti and Ionic, which are quantum computing, and QBTS, and I am going to keep the QTUM, and I'll show y'all. I ain't got to show you. Well, I'm going to show you, but I'm not going over it. What was it? QTUM, I think it's defines quantum. There you go. I'm probably not going to go individually. I'm just going to keep my money here. I don't expect it to do much now, but I am in Fidelity, and I believe Charles Schwab. I'm putting more there, but I'm only going. I mean, you can see I'm already down 4%. Don't have a lot of money here. But I can get the same. No, I don't get none of that. So I don't know, man. I think it's this. Let me look at something else real quick. It'll help if I spell this right. That's what I'm looking for. Wisdom Tree Quantum Computing. This is the one I'm speaking of, not the other one. But see how it's got Rigetti, D-Wave, Ionic, Microsoft. This is the one that I want right here. Let me look down here, but look at this, y'all. It better do some major stuff, because that's high. That's $45 for every $10 invested, $22.50 for every $5,000. I almost spent $100 walking from my house to my garage somehow, but I don't like giving away money. So there you have it. Then when I was doing that, man, I just want to show y'all something I ran across, and then I'm out of here. Real talk. Wisdom Tree. I was like, man, Wisdom Tree. I noticed that was the theme. So I said, let me see. They have a stock. Man, look, y'all ain't gonna believe this. So I ain't going through all this. I'm just gonna do year to date. I ain't gonna lie, I bought some. So I said, Wisdom Tree, man. I remember hearing it. I think maybe even when I first, how long has this been around? Yep. Wisdom Tree was one of the big dogs when I first got into investing. 1985. I got into investing in 92, 93. Man, look at it. Look at it. I got some now. Last year, 82%. Last 5 years. Who would have thought, man? Y'all can thank me later. Any investors in here to take advantage of that. Thank me later. Thank me later. Anyway, y'all, we're going to raise up out of here. At least we got the stock similar. So there was a brief. Let me get this out the screen here. Notice I haven't been talking about crypto lately. I've still been purchasing crypto. Matter of fact, I'll show y'all one that I bought. When y'all hear this story, Lisa will probably believe me because it's true. But she's kind of, I got Zcash. Good God, man, oh man. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't know this was about to happen. I got to put this on the screen here. Y'all ain't gonna believe it. For the 6 people still in here. So y'all, I'm gonna find the coin next time I do a video. So Zcash, this is crypto. Let me go back over here. I love when it's black. It'll switch to stocks when at nighttime, but y'all, I have a couple of these, $146 today a coin. I bought this. Let me see what date it. And without this, we're gonna go back 5 years, and I'm gonna show y'all when I bought it. It was probably about right here. Yeah. Now it wasn't no $100, so we got to see. It was probably about right there. Only reason I bought this, the only reason is, and I'll probably share my screen, but if you look at the coin, which is not real, it's all this is digital currency, but they all have these little coins, these little logos and stuff. And it's a Z with a line like the dollar. That's the only reason I bought this at the time. And I bought a couple. Was that, I was still working when I got this. Man, so that's $67. That's $67. And I bought a few of them. I ain't gonna go buy a lot of them just because I like a little Z, but I wish I'd have bought more. Up 376%. But if I bought it here, and what was it? 67, roughly about right there. 67 times 10 is 670 times 6 times. So I'm up about 12% on my money. 12%. I ain't going to buy everything because I like how it looked. This just was luck. But that's a true story, man. Anyway, let me get ready to get off here. Been on here 31 minutes over with 16 minutes over. Again, do your boy a favor if you haven't done so. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Hit the share button. Tell a friend, tell a coworker, tell a family member, your cousin, your cousin's cousin. I don't care who you tell. Just tell somebody. We're going to get ready to get up out of here. As always, man, do me a favor. Shoot for the moon. If you don't make it, you will be amongst the stars. I will be coming at you soon, dropping more heat, dropping more fire, dropping more knowledge. More importantly, showing you my journey on how I take small amounts of money and invest for my financial future. Turn this down a little bit in case I keep on talking. But with that being said, man, we out of this thing. Y'all have a happy weekend. Good weekend. Stay safe. Don't drink and drive. And I'll see y'all soon. Peace. Much love, y'all. Much love.
From the mud to the city. It's that points blank. Ride talk. Yeah. Came up tracking every dime, stretching out a nickel just to buy time. Dreams in a notebook, grease on my shirt, staring at the ceiling light, make this work. Cold nights, no lights, corner store diet. Taught me how to move smart, learn to move quiet from the curb where they hustle for a quick flip. I was in the back breaking down on the ship. Little homies watching, so I had to get it straight. If I'm teaching wealth, I can't show them paper plates. Turn game into class, turn class into checks, turn checks into peace, turn peace into
net to the city, yeah. From the corner to the office, doing it all legit. He refused to quit. Turn the pain to a purpose, now you see what it is. From the mud to the city, oh, every scar, every loss, every lesson he flipped. He be motivated, inspiring, educating, inspiring, an experience like no other. This a personal anthem, you feel in your chest.
Tapped in with points blank, showed them how to stack slow, showed them how to breathe when the price start to backstroke. Charts on the wall, got the vision all mapped. I'm the voice saying ho when they tempted just to snap. Used to stand on that corner, now I stand on the stage. Same heart, same hustle, just a different wage. I don't flex for the net, I invest for my kids. Teach them freedom ain't a slogan, it's the way that you live. Every video a seat at the table. We break bread, break limits, break out of these labels. If I did it from the dirt, you can rise from the floor. I'm the proof that your story still can turn
from the mud to the city, yeah. From the corner to the office, doing it all legit. He refused to quit. Turn the pain to a purpose, now you see what it is. From the mud to the city,